With a peace deal now brokered for Iran, could the stock market actually keep this new gap up that it just hit today? Let's take a look at it and see if everything's working just like maybe it's saying it will. So what we saw was a huge gap up, a 1.76% move up on the day, which looks amazing until you see and you zoom in just a little bit more. How interesting is it that exactly where that order block is at is exactly where the top of the tail came through and then came right back down and closed at the bottom of this order block. Now, this order block represents areas of stuck buyers, and they're looking at this situation thinking, oh man, I'm so stoked to get my money back. And that's exactly what they did. As soon as they got back to break even, they sold it off. Now, the real story lately has been SpaceX, SPCX. It went up something like 20% today. And this stock is on a rocket, of course. And of course, it will never, ever, ever go down. Don't forget, SpaceX only goes up. SpaceX only goes up. So you need to make sure you buy it now because you'll never get another chance to buy it ever again. I'm just joking. But realistically speaking, watching SpaceX go up on a move like this, as exciting as it is, I don't know how much longer it's going to last. Remember, the people who have been invested in this for ages, significantly longer than you ever have been, cannot wait to sell out and get their money that they've been promised for years and years and years. But overall in the market today, huge moves on the biggest names, right? Where do we see money moving at? First, it really came out of the oil and energy sector. And that makes sense because the deal in Iran happened. The Strait of Hormuz is expected to be opened. And now we're looking at a situation where $100 in oil, $100 a barrel oil doesn't make sense anymore. In fact, oil's down at 80 something dollars right now, give or take. See what it's looking like today. Let's zoom out to the daily. And we can see, yeah, oil has been absolutely getting monkey hammered to death over here. Now, money's moving out of the oil sector and back into these big names. These big, huge names that have been on a huge run for the last couple of months, sold off pretty hard, and now all the money's flooding back into them. The flight to safety is over. There's no need for safety anymore. And in fact, when we take a look at really what happened across the board today, the industrials were the huge standouts that I saw. And I was really surprised to see industrials were the second best group for the last week, and then industrials being as strong as they were today, even outpacing the tech stocks. So I dug deeper into there and which stocks were really moving. It was the aerospace and defense stocks, right? The rocket stocks, okay? So looking a little bit deeper inside of OVTLYR, I wanted to look at the number of buy signals versus sell signals, and this is starting to increase back up, which is a great sign. That's exactly what you want to see. We're seeing more uptrends, less downtrends, and more buy signals. We're now at 35.9% of the market having buy signals with a bullish crossover right there. So that's awesome. Then you jump into the industrials, which remember, they were the big winners on the day and big winners on the week somehow. Looking at those guys right there, also more uptrends, less downtrends, and a bullish crossover, as you can see right here. So the industrial sector is looking really strong. So I went and I ran which stocks in the industrial sector in those particular industries were looking really strong with new buy signals. Handful of names you're going to recognize, right? Raytheon. I actually worked at Raytheon for several years. My projects were the Predator and Reaper drones, the missile targeting systems, the little ball that hangs underneath them. That was specifically my project. I was the financial analyst on those projects. That got a buy signal back here a couple days ago and has been definitely running ever since then. So keep your eye on Raytheon and GVA. This is another one that got a buy signal. It's been drifting sideways, but that may be an opportunity for you to take a look at GVA. I also want to look at Rocket Lab, RKLB. Rocket Lab could be a sympathy play from the SpaceX move. Let's take a look at Rocket Lab today. Yeah, I got that sell signal back here May 21st, and it's been selling off ever since that point. Geez, down close to 40%, give or take, down from 150 down to 100. That's about 30% right there. That's a huge sell-off. That's what those buy signals and sell signals help you do. Get in the way when it's going up and then get out of the way when it's going down. Okay, moving on past that, Lockheed Martin. This had been beaten up for a minute, right? If we look at Lockheed Martin on the 6-month scale, you can see that there's definitely a time to buy the dip, right? Remember, the successful way to trade is you want to buy the rip because you don't know how high the rip can go. There's from that buy signal right here to the sell signal right here. And then it came back down all the way back to where that buy signal started from. And again, looks like it may be ready to have a new rip start up right here. So a lot going on in the market today, especially when you see big moves like this. But the real question is, will it stick? We're going to have to give it a couple days to find out if this move will actually stick. But remember, all-time highs is bullish AF. Bullish AF is what you would consider all-time highs. And we're not quite back up to there yet. We're looking around 760, let's call it 760.41 will get you to new all-time highs. Can we make it there? I don't know, maybe. But I wouldn't be too surprised if in the next couple of days you saw some flipping going on in the sectors, because very, very surprisingly, seeing something like the industrials leading the way. It's not typically what leads the market whenever a new bull market runs, but we'll have to see how that goes. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me. Be sure to click this video that's popping up on your screen right now, and we'll talk soon.